So welcome to day 2 of our elite press conferences ahead of Sunday's TCS London Marathon. We are absolutely delighted for what is going to be the 45th edition of the historic race to have such a stellar and super strong elite women's field. So we'll take you through our superb athletes up on stage. First, we have an athlete that took the title in 2021, second in 2022, and then third in that incredible race last year from Kenya, Joyciline Jepkosgei. Welcome again back to London. And next to Joyciline, we have a runner that took second place last year, was also the silver medalist in that unbelievable Olympic Games in Paris, a former world record holder with those phenomenal performances of 2 hours, 11 minutes, 53 minutes from winning in Berlin. Delighted to have Tigst Assefa back in London. And then an athlete that made her debut here 2 years ago when she was an unknown to the marathon, but what a couple of years in the marathon it's been. An athlete that took that Olympic title in Paris in dramatic style after already medaling in the 5,000 and 10,000 meters. But yes, winning on her debut 2 years ago. Sifan Hassan, welcome back to London. What is going to be an incredible race on Sunday. We've got media in the room, so we'll ask for questions from yourselves. So when you do, raise your hand for our media team, give your name, your organization, and then your question. But I'm going to start with a question to Joyciline from that win a few years ago, and you've never been off the podium in London. What makes London so special, and what keeps you coming back to London?
Thank you so much. It is a great opportunity again to come here in London. The past 2 years, 2021, I was the winner of London Marathon. And it gave me another opportunity also to be here. And I'm happy and grateful also to be here this year.
Well, we're grateful and delighted you're back on the streets of London again. And Tigst, what a phenomenal race last year for second place, and obviously second place in the Olympic Games as well. Has that given you extra fuel and motivation for this year's race?
Thank you, everyone. ድጋሚ ለንደን ተመልሼ በመምጣቴ እጅግ በጣም ደስተኛ ነኝ። የለንደንም ህዝብ ማመስገን እፈልጋለሁ። የለንደን አዘጋጅ ማመስገን እፈልጋለሁ። ያለፈው አመት ሁለተኛ ነበር የወጣሁት። እውነት ለመናገር በሱ በጣም ደስተኛ ነኝ። በዚህ አመት ግን ሻምፒዮን መሆን እፈልጋለሁ። ጥሩ ዝግጅትም አድርጌ መጥቻለሁ። እንደማሸነፍ ሙሉ እምነት አለኝ።
And we're delighted to have Richard Narurka, who will translate that for us.
Yes, Sarah, I'm very happy to be back in London. I've trained very well for this race. I really want to be the champion. Whenever I race, I want to win. So I've got just as much motivation to win this year as in any race.
Fantastic to hear. And Sifan, I remember 2 years ago you sat on the stage and you were very honest about your marathon debut. You even said, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what to expect. And that debut, you won in obviously dramatic fashion and going on to win that Olympic Games in Paris. You don't feel like a novice in the marathon now, surely?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for London organization who invited me here. Now you talk about 2 years again, nervous. I was okay. When you start about that, the memory back, I'm serious. I'm starting nervous now. I'm thinking about last year, it was 2 years ago, I'm starting nervous. It was one of, still for marathon, I don't know why I get nervous, I get scared of it, because it's like, you know, it's not like 50, 100 meters and 3 minutes something you're done. You have to go for 2 hours. It is phenomenal. It is very great, but I had also a lot of drama, you know. London will made a great memory me that in my sport career that I can never forget about it. I have Olympic gold, but still London is just there, and like I can't forget. It is just amazing. It just 3 months ago, I was really huge. I was really heavy, and I was not even ready. When I think about London, I was like, I work really in Kenya hard. I'm in good shape, I hope. I'll do something better. But I don't want any drama. I hope nothing happened to me.
So less drama on Sunday. But what are your biggest memories of that race 2 years ago? Because obviously so much happened. You stopped, you stretched during the race, and then you came back for that dramatic victory.
Yeah, everybody asking me, do you remember it? I don't remember anything except all the things I think about the marathon. I had a conversation with myself. The first big thing I remember, like before the race, I was thrown up, out the nervous. I have never that I was thrown up. And the second is I remember like at around 11, 13K, I had some pain issues like, oh no, that's going to happen. Everybody told me not to run London Marathon, now this is happening. And the other is also, I remember that I started stretching. I was like, oh, let me work out. And then I go, let me try a couple meters. And then I was close. And the other is, I think, the biggest I remember at the last 5K, I was with the dam. I was celebrating already. Everybody's focused running. I was like giving to water. Everybody. I was like, oh yes, I'm with the dam. You know, I'm gonna. I was already celebrating. I was so grateful. That is just all. I don't know. I was actually, when I think about it, I was feel like I'm watching some drama for 2 hours or something.
Well, it's so refreshing to hear someone that's been a previous champion here, is the European record holder, Olympic champion, that still feels nervous going into Sunday. So I'm sure the masses that are going to be on the start line will appreciate hearing that honesty. I think it's a good chance to throw it out to our media in the room to ask questions to our fantastic panel up on stage. Question at the back there. Ruby's en route with the mic.
Hi, a question for Joyciline. I'm just wondering, when you hear Sifan, no disrespect Sifan, but when you hear her saying that she's nervous, she doesn't think she's a marathon runner, all that sort of thing, do you actually believe her, or do you think she's just playing mind games?
It's a great opportunity to run with my colleagues. Like London Marathon, it has champions like last year. We had a nice competition, and most of the athletes, they go to run Olympic well. So it's an opportunity to have her. And also, I've now realized that like marathon is like a book. Every year you open it, it's like a chapter. So I have opened it, and I know now I am a marathoner. I've done with what's possible for me to do it, and I learn each and every race. I learn something new.
And Joyciline, you ran in Barcelona, 64 minutes as preparation for this. Do you feel in the best shape of your life right now?
Yeah, it was a test. The half marathon was a test for the London Marathon, and I have confidence that my fitness is in a good way. If weather and the body will be okay, we'll do the best. Because over some 2 months, I did at Barcelona, and I ran well, confidently that my preparation was okay. Yeah.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it.
Hi, Sakalo, Independent. This question is for Sifan. You said you were in good shape and you're hoping to do something better, but this time round you don't want any drama. What has the marathon taught you about yourself, and what have you learned from the marathon?
I mean, better than 2 years ago? I'm never going to do better than 2 years ago. Like, that's not going to happen. I have to stretch, and that's not going to happen, but I will do something. Yeah, I hope I do. It is... Can you ask again?
What has the marathon taught you about yourself? What have you learned about yourself from these marathons?
One thing I learned, I didn't know that I have so much patience. Marathon teach me have patience. I also find out, actually, I thought I don't have patience. It teach me I have patience. Also, like, I thought I'm not good focus, but imagine that's 2 hour long focusing. That's also, I learned from that. And the other, what I learned from marathon is, I think he already asked, did she lie? What she say? No, every marathon is different. You're gonna freaking feel bad about every marathon. Every marathon, I did Chicago, it's totally different. I did Paris, it's totally different. I did Tokyo, it's totally different. London is totally, every marathon is just like she said, it's new chapter. Like you think, oh, I thought I'd done marathon, you know? When I did Tokyo, I thought, oh, I had already London experience, Chicago experience. I was in Tokyo. I feel like, I was like, for after 21K, I was like struggling. So every marathon that I see, I do not think, every marathon is totally different. Every time you have something different. Maybe in London, I feel the 5K very good. In Chicago, I was suffering the last 5K. It is what I learned. It's not like the track. It's not like 10K or 1,500 meters or 5,000. Every marathon is different.
And I've got a question for Richard to translate to Tigst. She ran a half marathon in December and didn't finish. How's her preparation gone into London and in comparison to when she obviously broke the world record in Berlin?
December Gamesh Marathon Rochkin Aquatation. زجت ندت نبر لزي ماراثون إننا كله تعمت بفيت كانسار يزي ماراثون زجت ندتنا.
ዲሴምበር ላይ ሀፍ ማራቶን ሮጬ ነበር። ጀስት ለመሮጥ አልነበረም የሄድኩት። ዝግጅቴ የዚህ ዓመት በጣም ጥሩ ነው። ጥሩ ዝግጅት አድርጌያለሁ። የጤናዬም ሁኔታ ጥሩ ነው። ጥሩ ዝግጅት አድርጌያለሁ። እንግዲህ እግዚአብሔር ነው ሁሉንም ነገር የሚያውቀው። በጣም ደስተኛ ነኝ። እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። እንግዲህ ሁርለት ውጤቱን አብረን እናያለን። ከየትኛውም ዓመት በተሻለ ቤስቴን ለማድረግ ከፈጣሪ ጋር ሞክራለሁ። ጥሩ ዝግጅት አድርጌያለሁ።
So I did a half marathon in December. That was a test really. But my preparation for this race has been very good, and I would say that I'm in better shape than I was in Berlin 2 years ago.
We'd love to see that on Sunday. So any other questions from the media team? Yep.
It's a question for anyone, really. The field for this Sunday's race was one of the most strongest we've ever seen. Obviously, Ruth and Perez have dropped out, but when you came to consider running in London, was the idea of facing off against, the biggest really appealing, or, was there maybe an idea to race somewhere else, or was testing yourself against the best, the current best, what made you sign on the dotted line to come join us here this weekend?
Yeah, I think like wherever, to me, it's wherever I think of London, it is, they always bring amazing, like since even I was young, I was watching them, they always bring things. Wherever I think of London, like I feel like I'm racing like Olympic, they always bring, running, we can say Olympic or London, because we all together, we know each other. And the Olympic, we have the same people where we have in London. So to me, it's like just, it's as big as where they always bring great people. They don't only bring one people, and so that's why it's one of great. It's a very excited race to race, also to watch. Also, I used to always watch London Marathon, even when I was in USA. I wake up 3 a.m. watch it. When I was like, yesterday I was look at man, I was like, oh, I wish I don't race. I watch them. It is London is very great. I wish every major marathon bring every great people on, so we can excite it. Marathon is very excited. Also, it's good. It's good for sport.
And Joyciline, do you like racing against the world-class fields every time you've lined up in London?
Yeah. As you train, like you had opportunity to get in London, you prepare like taste champions. Everyone is. The competition is tough, so you put mentally, that everything is tough. But what I know is when everyone is in start line, like as different plans. So because someone maybe needs to run world record, another one want to run personal best, Another one say, I want to only to finish, to be in that finish line. So everyone has a different opinion, different plans, but everyone is the best because everyone is targeting to be in that finishing line.
Thank you so much. Richard, do you want to translate that to Tigst?
Tigst, izi London Marathon hulgize tillekat li tonxi sattafallu. Anci London Marathon lemman marot tiwġallax ፈልገሽ ነበር?
እውነት ለመናገር ነደን መሮጥ ማስደስተው ሰው የለም አትሌት የሆነ እና ብዙ ጊዜ ስትሮንግ አትሌቶች ይገናኛሉ ለስፖርት ወዳጅና ለስፖርት ደጋፊ ብዙ ጊዜ ትላልቅ አትሌቶች ሲገናኙ ጥሩ የሚያዝናና ፉክክር ይኖራል እና በጣም የሚያስደስት ነገር ነው ሁሌም ለንደንን መሮጥ ምኞቴ ነበር እግዚአብሔር ፈቅዶልኝ ደግሞ ተገኝቻለሁ እዚህ ቦታ ላይ ደግሞ አሸንፌ ሞር ሴሌብሬት እንደማረግ እግዚአብሔር እንደሚረዳኝ ሙሉ እምነት አለኝ አመሰግናለሁ
Yeah, let me say honestly, I mean, London Marathon is a big marathon, and there are lots of reasons why I like to run here. Partly because there are great athletes taking part, the great atmosphere, and also to win here, it means so much. So lots of reasons. I'm really happy to be here.
Great to hear again. And Sifan, with obviously your track, love of track as well, will you race on the track this summer? Or will you look at the World Championships in Tokyo over the marathon distance, potentially?
Yeah. After this, I'm going to back to track. I miss the track. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm seeing only do marathon or doing track. When I go to track, I miss the marathon. When I go to the marathon, it's like, I have two addictions. I have long run. I'm really addicted to long run. I love long run. And I also love the sprint. But in between, I hate them. But I just do because it's good.
So we will see you on the track in the summer at some point.
Yeah, inshallah. Yeah. I hope I'm healthy and I do well. And I want to be also, when I run track, I want to be good at that. They can't say, oh, she go to marathon, it's bad. So I want to see the marathon can do also good at track.
Love to see that. Great to hear. Any more questions from our audience? Media panel. So it's opportunity now for our one-to-ones with the media. And again, a big thank you to our fantastic trio up on stage. And we wish you all the very best for the 2025 TCS London Marathon on Sunday. We are back this afternoon with our elite wheelchair athletes. We will see you then. Thank you so much.